Okay, so welcome to the Akashic Wednesday Wisdom Live. Thank you for joining the live and also for watching the replay. If you're watching the replay, please do let me know if you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay in the comments. And of course, if you've got any questions or any feedback with the journey that I'm going to take you on, then do let me know and tag me and I'll give you a reply. I'll give you my response. So today we are looking at lack programming. Lack is something that is presenting itself quite a lot, and so I thought it would be a great way to us go into the Akashic records just to kind of look at that a little bit deeper and see where that programming, that lack programming, comes from. So for those that don't know me, my name's Marina, soul alchemist, and I am a spiritual intuitive teacher, pendulum healer, and Akashic record channel. And I support my clients with clearing non-beneficial energy, connecting with their soul identity, and also empowering people to use their Akashic records, which is why we're doing what we do today. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be connecting you with your Akashic records, and I'll be doing this through visualization. Which is a fantastic way of doing it because you can kind of really get in there. You can get clarity, you can get guidance. Obviously, we're going to be doing some healing, but also you can get some messages as well. If you're not very visual, do not worry. Use your imagination or just put yourself in the journey. Just trust that you're going into your Akashic records. If you're here watching this, there's no way that you can't go into your Akashic records. The Akashic records are an aspect of you. They're very much part of you. And so it really just takes a little bit of trusting, curiosity, an open mind, and a willingness to give it a go. So that's all I'm asking you to do, is just have an open mind today and see where we go. So lack programming. We all have some form of lack programming. At some point. And for me, it's very much around time rather than money, but for a lot of people, it would be money as well. Money is great because you can kind of create more money, but time you can't. So lack of time is a more challenging one, I feel, to expand, because literally we have to expand time to gain more time back. And, you know, again, that's something that's not easy to do. So it's very much comes down to priorities and what do we focus our time on. And so I do have this programming of lack of time. I don't have enough time to do this. I don't have enough time to do that. And so I'm busy. And so when I'm busy, I attract more things to allow me to be busy, because that's what I'm saying yes to. So if I was to kind of be a bit more chilled out, I suppose, and take my time and just really focus on the things that were prevalent for me, beneficial for me, then the universe would give me more time back in some shape or form. But I have a fear that if I don't get all things done and I drop some of these plates, that there's going to be some kind of disaster. And it's completely irrational. But this is how fear and our ego can keep us going. So for me, it's definitely, it's fear, it's lack of time. It has been lack of finances in the past. But it can be lack of love. It could be lack of respect. So I really want you to just kind of tune in and kind of think, you know, for this session, what is it that you feel that you have a lack of? For some people, it might be a lack of health, a lack of energy. So they're always feeling tired, always kind of fighting an illness after an illness. And you just want something to kind of, you know, just a healthy run of, you know, nothing really happening with the body, you know, and it all being kind of perfect. So where do you lack? What is the lack that you have in your life? And I want you to just have a think about where that comes from. Is it from family beliefs and programming and kind of your upbringing? Do you think it might be past lifetime? Or do you think it's directly linked with experience? Because there's going to be a source of where this programming comes from. And for me, I think it will be, some of it will be experience for me personally, because I've come from an industry with my work in the past where I had to work for deadlines. And so if I didn't hit a deadline with a project, then it would cost money, or, you know, there would be a lot of people impacted with the project not being delivered in some shape or form, because there was time constraints. So for me, having that lack of time, I was always working to deadlines and that type of thing. So I'm kind of always on the go, always in some cases rushing, because I'm trying to get something done by a certain time. And that's just a conditioning and a programming that I've taken on board. Some of it may also come from family for me as well, because my family are doers. And so there is always, again, this aspect of time and needing to get things done by certain times. So that's where it is for me personally. So have a think about where you feel that is. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the Akashic Records and just see where one of the roots of this programming comes from. And it may be that you get taken into a past life rather than present lifetime, but we just want to do some work around that programming and allow some of that to be released. So the idea is that after this session that you kind of have a little bit more ease and less fear, because fear is often the driver that we're going to drop, for me, drop the plates in some kind of way. So fear for me is a definite driver, but it may not be for you. But we're going to go and kind of look at that a little bit deeper. As I say, I do apologize, I can't see any comments at all, but I hope everybody is well, and thank you for watching the live. I will look at the comments after this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you relaxed, we're going to connect, and then we're going to go into the Akashic Records and see where your lack programming is rooted, and we'll do some healing around that. Okay, so just want you to close your eyes, and I just want you to start to just settle into the chair, and I just want you to take a deep breath in for me. And we're just going to call back your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on that out breath, I just want you to allow your shoulders to relax. Just allow the jaw to soften and the forehead also to relax. Take another deep breath in. And again, we're calling back your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on that out breath, just allow yourself just to really start to feel the sitting bones in the chair, the feet on the floor, starting to just really relax, feeling supported, feeling grounded. And take one more deep breath in for me. And again, just calling back your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on that out breath, I just want you to release any energy that's not yours, anything in the aura, anything in the mental or emotional bodies. It's just now being released, and Mother Earth is just taking that energy from you. And that will be transformed into something else. And I just want you to start to bring your attention to your feet. Just start to really just feel the solidity of the floor, the ground beneath the feet. I want you to just start to allow some thick, strong roots just to come from the soles of the feet. And they're making their way through the earth towards the heart of the planet. So allow those roots to go deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. And they're moving quite quickly through the earth, the rocks, the stones, the shale, the soil, going through the earth's crust, through the lava, breaking through the middle earth's crust, and there in the center of the planet is a large crystal. And this is the heart of Mother Earth. And just notice, sense, feel what that crystal is today for you, and wrap your roots around that crystal. And as you're wrapping those roots around the crystal, notice the colour or the type of crystal it is. And you'll notice that that energy is starting to transfer into your roots, and you're starting to really allow that energy to integrate into your roots. And it's starting to make its way up the roots. So it's a little bit like if you were sucking a drink through a straw. You're just drawing that energy up the roots, higher and higher, higher and higher, through the rocks, through the lava, through the earth's crust, the stones, the mud, the clay, the shale. And we're going to take this energy through the chakras just to balance the chakras and open them up, ready for the session. So we're just taking the energy now through the Earth Star chakra, the one below your feet, the one that's in the earth, in the floor. And that just opens as we take that energy through. And then this energy is going to start to come into your feet, this crystalline energy of Mother Earth. And you may start to feel a tingling or a shift of energy as you start to allow this connection with Mother Earth today. And as this energy makes its way up through the legs, up to the knees, up to the thighs, you'll start to feel more and more grounded, more and more nurtured, more and more nourished. Taking that energy up through the root chakra, the base of the spine. Allow that to open. Taking it higher now up through the sex organs, through the sacral chakra. Again, just notice that chakra opening. Taking the energy now up through the navel chakra, the point below your belly button. Taking it higher above the belly button and through the solar plexus. Taking that energy now up higher, up to the heart. And just take a deep breath in here for me. And on the out breath, I just want you to expand the heart. Expand it outwards, just allowing your heart chakra and your chest to open. Just take it a little bit more. Might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but allow it to open. And as you're allowing that heart chakra to open, the heart of Mother Earth is connecting with yours. Just feel those two hearts become one. Bringing that energy now up to the shoulders and allow the crystalline energy just fall down your arms, to your elbows, to your wrists and to the palm chakras, which open. Bring your attention now to your neck and take the energy through the throat, allowing the throat chakra to open. Now take it up to the point between your eyebrows, that point, the third eye, allowing that to be opened and activated. Take the energy now to the ears and allow the ear chakras to open. Take it back into the middle of the head through the pituitary and pineal glands, and then up to the crown. And you may feel a tingling, a buzzing, a fizzing around the head. If you don't, that's perfectly fine as well. Just know that your crown chakra is now opening. And I want you to imagine it as being a large lotus flower, and those petals are just now gently falling around the back of the head, around the face, as the crown chakra opens. And we're just going to allow that light to shine through your etheric chakras, so the causal chakra at the back of the head, up through the soul star chakra, the universal chakra and the stellar gateway, which is about 1.5 meters above your head. All your chakras are now opened, balanced, cleansed. I'm going to invite now the 6 archangels to hold our space. So calling in Archangel Michael, Raphael, Gabriel and Uriel. Please take a space all around our physical bodies. Archangel Michael towards the back, Archangel Gabriel to your left, Archangel Uriel in the front, Archangel Raphael to your right. Archangel Sandalphon, we invite you to take a place below our feet. And Archangel Metatron, please bring down a golden pillar of light, our connection to divine source. Just imagine or sense or feel or just know that Archangel Metatron is now bringing down a golden pillar of light through the ceiling of your room, bringing that down. And that golden pillar of light is making its way through the etheric chakras, through the crown, the throat, the third eye, the ear chakras, the heart, the solar plexus, the palm, the navel chakra, the sacral and the root, down through the legs, through the feet, through the earth star chakra, and that pillar of light continues to connect with the heart of Mother Earth. And I want you to take a deep breath in here for me. And just breathe in the essence of that golden divine light. And on the out breath, I just want you to push that golden energy, which is within the core of your body, push it outwards. And as you're pushing it out, it's expanding through the physical body. Every aspect of your physical being is taking on this golden energy, transforming and transmuting anything that's not serving you. Take another deep breath in. And on the out breath again, just push that golden energy outwards through the skin, through into your auric field. Keep pushing that energy. Just imagine yourself pushing that energy out 2 meters all around you. And then take another deep breath in. And you're breathing in this golden creator substance. And on that out breath, again, push that energy now to fill every aspect of your room. Every part of the room is being filled with this golden energy. And at this point, I want to invite your ego to now stand up, which your ego quite happily does, and make its way to the door and ask your ego to leave the room, which your ego does, shuts the door behind them. And this just assures you that any messages, any guidance that you get today will be coming from your guides or from your higher self. So now every part of you is connected and has been cleansed with that golden divine source energy. You're connected above, connected below. And Archangel Metatron, we invite you now to just take your place above our heads. So you're held also by 6 archangels, and we're going to invite your spiritual support team that individually work with you on a daily basis. And we're going to call in any other spiritual support teams that wish to hold the space for you today. We invite only light beings here of 100% pure love and light. Any ancestors, family guides, elementals, angels, archangels, ascended masters, goddess energy, divine masculine, any star beings, any galactic councils are all welcome today. So just start to feel yourself feeling connected, feeling balanced, feeling very present. And just now I want you to think about that lack. What do you lack in your life at this present time? What do you feel that continually comes up for you as an aspect of lack? Whatever that might be, just hold that in your mind. And today we will go into the Akashic Records to just help release an aspect of that programming, that mindset that isn't serving you going forward, that isn't helping you. So bring your attention now to your third eye, the point between your eyebrow. And I want you to start to sense, imagine, feel, or just know that that third eye is starting to activate. And you may want to start to feel a pressing at the third eye, like somebody's just gently placing their thumb or their finger on that point, and it's activating a large purple swirling light. Just sense, know, see that purple swirling light starting to get bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger. And it gets so big that you can step through the purple swirling light and find yourself in your corridor. This is the corridor that leads you to your Akashic Records. And I want you to start to walk towards the door at the end of the Akashic Records. When you get to the door, I want you to notice a plaque with your details on it, your full name, your date of birth, and your place of birth. Once you sense, know, or can see those details, place your hand on the door handle, open the door, and step into your Akashic Records and allow the door to shut behind you. Take a few more steps in, and I just want you to take in your environment and how your cosmic library looks today. Has it changed since your last visit? And if it has, that's okay. Just get a real sense of what it's like to be in your Akashic Records. For many of us, it feels like we're coming home to a place of knowledge and wisdom, and to a deep, deep connection. So I want you to make your way over to a table, the table in the middle of your library. This is where your present lifetime book sits. And you'll notice that the book's open. And we're going to ask your guides, whichever guides wish to support you today. There may be more than one. We're just going to ask them to now appear in your Akashic Records. And I want you to get a sense of that guide or guides now being beside you. And I just want you to turn around and just notice what guides have turned up for you today. And if you don't know who those guides are, then please introduce yourself and ask for their names if they have a name. And greet them in any way that feels appropriate for you. So you may want to give them a hug, maybe just want to say hello. Now, your guides know why you're here today, to really get to a root cause of some aspect of lack that you perceive to have in your life at the moment. And your guides know that when we clear this root, it's going to open up opportunity to act and behave in a different way, and to create more abundance in our life. So your guides are leading you over to another table, and it has a chair. And on that table, you'll notice that there's a computer. So your guide is inviting you to sit down at the chair. Sit down at the table, pull the chair in, and switch the monitor of the computer on. Just allow that monitor to come on, and you'll notice on the screen that there's a folder that says lack programming on it. I want you to move the cursor, perhaps with a mouse or a pad, over to that folder, and I want you to open up the folder. And what you'll notice when you open up that folder, there will be a number. That represents the lifetime that you will be looking at today. And that number is linked with a video. So once you press this video play button, what you'll have is a video playing on the screen that's going to give you some idea of why that lack programming is still running in your subconscious, or maybe even in your conscious today. So I want you to now press the play button on the video and just start to watch and see what unfolds. And remember, you can press pause at any time. And also feel free to ask your guide any questions if any of the aspects are not clear. So I'm going to give you a few minutes now to press play and really get an idea of why this lack programming is running. And once you've got a sense of what that story is around, you'll notice also, once you've pressed pause and reduced the size of that video screen, you'll notice that there's other program, another folder that is going to cleanse, it's going to clear any aspects of that particular lifetime that are now ready to be healed. So I just want you to move your mouse, move that cursor over to that program, and you'll notice that there's also a play button on that. And I want you to press play. And once you press play, you'll notice that the other video, that lifetime, starting to have a healing treatment activated within it. You'll notice that the screen is starting to go to a green colour as this healing is starting to take place. What I request is that all learnings, knowledge are being kept intact, all lessons, all experiences, all soul growth and evolution kept intact within the Akashic records, but we're just applying a healing treatment now to the programming of all conscious levels throughout your whole body system. Wherever you are holding on to this programming, it is now receiving this healing treatment, this healing, cleansing program. And you may start to feel it actually in the physical body, or maybe in the mental or emotional bodies. You may start to feel a shift of energy of wherever you are perhaps holding that lack programming. The screen on the computer is still remaining green. You may notice that there's perhaps flashes of imagery, words. As things are being released from that lifetime, from that video. And we're going to ask that all energies that are being cleansed and cleared are transmuted back to divine source. So anything that has been released from that computer, from that video, is making its way back to divine source. And that's just continuing to run. That cleansing treatment program is continuing to run, moving through every aspect of that particular lifetime. Any choices that you made that resulted in lack, any forgiveness that needs to be given to any souls, including yourself, we're just activating that now, please. And that's for the highest good of all concerned. Send healing to all souls involved. And you'll notice perhaps that things are starting to shift within that lifetime, shift within your body. And then the green healing energy, that business or that activation, that treatment, healing treatment is now starting to fade. The green is getting dimmer and dimmer. And it's almost like any books or any script, computer script that had perhaps gone corrupt within that program of that lifetime has now been healed and it's now been restored. So your guides are now asking you to sit back from that computer screen, and your guides will just go over and actually shut down that computer, because all of that healing and that programming has been released. And your guides now want you to make your way over to the large table with your present lifetime book. And your guides are now asking you, what would you like to replace that programming with? What would you like an abundance of? I just want you to think of what that is, what that looks like, what it feels like. And as you're thinking and feeling what that abundance energy is, your guides starting to just come around your body, placing their hands on your body. And they're going to actually activate this as a code, an abundance code within your body. So just relax and allow your guides to place their hands wherever it's needed. And they're just going to activate those abundant codes. So continue to think and feel what abundance is for you, the opposite of that lack. And allow those abundant codes to be activated within your cells, within your conscious levels, throughout your whole body system. Just allow that activation to take place. And you may notice there's aspects of your body starting to light up. Just notice what the colour of that, what colour those lights are. And then when your guides have finished that activation, they step back. And in their hands, they hold a symbol of that light code, that abundance light code. Holding out your hands, I want you to accept that symbol from your guides so you can have a look at what that looks like. This is a symbol of abundance for you. So whenever you need to feel abundant, when you feel perhaps you are falling back into old programming of lack or new programming of lack, activating or remembering this symbol will help you to bring you into alignment with abundance. So your guides are now inviting you to step over to your present lifetime book and pull that book towards you. And you'll notice on the pages that there's already text and maybe images that have already been transcribed from today. You'll notice that the healing, activation, cleansing and clearing has already been recorded. Taking that symbol, I want you to press it into the page. And as it's being pressed, it turns into an image or a photograph or an illustration. And this is just you installing it into your present lifetime book and into all of your conscious levels. So that whenever you think of that symbol, you're brought to a level of abundance. It allows you to remember what abundance feels like. When you're ready, I want you to just push that book back and step away from the table. And just see if your guides have any messages for you with regards to lack programming and how to align more effectively to the energy of abundance. So just see if there's any messages or insight that your guides can give you today. Then I want you to thank your guides. And then when you're ready, make your way back to the door of your Akashic records. Turning back just to perhaps give your guides a wave. Looking around your Akashic records before you open the door step into the corridor and allow the door to shut behind you, and actively, out loud or in your mind, say, I now close my Akashic records. Make your way to the purple swirling light, the end of the corridor. And when you're ready, step through that purple swirling light and start to bring yourself back into your physical body. Start to stretch, start to rub your thighs. And what we're doing is we're just grounding the healing, grounding the messages, the insight, anything that perhaps you didn't quite grasp. We're just grounding that into the physical. And so my intention is that you get to hear that insight, you get to understand, have that knowledge over the next couple of days. So that's my intention. So I do hope that you enjoyed that. So for me, I went back actually into a story that we picked up on last week. So I went back to that same scene. So clearly there was more to do in that lifetime, and it was 1811. So it was when I was a little girl and I'd been pushed over in the square and all my socks and everything were all messy. And so there was a real thing around lack of love and feeling abandoned, which again came from last week. So I was kind of like, well, how does that translate to lack of time? But sometimes having lack elsewhere affects the lack where you perceive you have the lack. So there was a connection there between having a lack of love, and I suppose if I process that now, in some ways I'm giving myself a lack of love by not giving myself the gift of time. And so my alignment message is to give myself 5 minutes a day as a gift of time. And so I will create more time. I will be gifted more time by the universe. So that's what my alignment message is. And my symbol for abundance was an infinity sign. So I'm going to get an infinity sign so I can look at. And so that for me, that's the aspect of abundance. So do share with me what your messages were, where you went, if you felt any shifts with that energy from going from lack into abundance, where you felt the lack and the abundance in your body. Do share your messages, tag me if you want any more insight, or private message me as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. I am going to start the recording. So if you want to go deeper with me, then please do get in contact. And also if you want to subscribe to my channel, then please do that as well. I'll be back here next Wednesday doing another exercise going into your Akashic records. Okay, love and blessings. Bye.